guys, my name is Brittany and I'm here to show you a few moves to start your yoga practice. They are basic ones, and the first one I'm going to teach you is downward facing dog. To get into this pose, you need to come down onto all fours. Make sure your hands are right below your shoulders, fingers spread wide. Your middle finger is facing right in front of you, forward to wherever you are facing. Your thumbs should be facing each other, and your knees should be hip distance apart, and your toes should be curled under. And what you're going to do is you're going to engage your core, and you're going to lift your hips up into the air, and you're going to bring your feet flat onto the ground. Now with your head, you're going to want to let the crown of your head hang down towards the ground. And you're going to want to engage your core and bring it into the spine. And you're going to want to bring your hips up into the air. Now if you don't have any flexibility in your legs, you can bend your knees if you want. And it'll bring your feet off the floor. But over time, push your heels onto the floor. Go past the pain. Now, if you don't have any flexibility in your shoulders, what you can do is you can either grab a block or you can grab a chair. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a chair because I only have one block, not two. So, what you're going to do is you're going to grab the chair, and you're going to place your hands on the chair, and you're going to push back into downward dog. Bring your hips up to the ground. Firmly push your feet into the floor. And push back. And over time, you should get flexibility in your shoulders, and your hips, and your thighs. So I'm going to go back down into downward facing dog, and we're going to hold this pose for a couple of breaths, okay? I'm going to push back, put my heels into the ground, my hip in the air, and the crown of my head towards the ground. I'm going to breathe here for a couple of breaths. Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Then you want to exhale through your mouth, because with every exhale, it takes the stretch just a little bit further. And when you're ready, come down onto your knees and push back into seated position. A few benefits of that pose is it strengthens your arms and your legs, and it's also a very relaxing pose and a very energizing pose depending on what time of the day you're doing it. So the next pose I'm going to teach is plank pose. So also come back onto all fours, hands right below the shoulders, feet hip distance apart. Curl your toes, push up into an upward push-up position. Hands spread wide, stomach is engaged. Pull your belly button in towards your spine. And we're going to hold this pose for a couple of breaths. Now, you're going to want to keep your spine long. So you're going to want to pull your hips upward and hold it here. Now don't let your head fall. Hold it. And when you're ready, come down onto your knees and come into a seated position. Now that pose is very good to strengthen your entire body, everything from your wrists to your legs, core, your chest, your back. It strengthens everything. It's a wonderful pose. The next pose we're going to do is called upward facing dog. And to get into this pose, come on all fours again. Feet below you. Hands below your shoulders. Come into plank. And then lower down in the chaturanga. And what you're going to do to lower into that is you're going to keep your elbows into your side, just like this. Lower slowly. And when you come down to the floor, put the tops of your feet onto the ground. Put your hands below your shoulders. And what you're going to do is you're going to engage the strength into your back to pull up. So, push up. Just hold it here. The only parts of your body that are touching the ground are your hands and your feet, the tops of your feet. Keep your head up, face forward, pull the stomach into the spine, and lower it down. Last pose is cobra pose, and it's very similar to the upward facing dog, except the only part of your body that comes off the ground is your chest. So, what you're going to do is lower down to the ground, elbows by your side, hands below, right underneath your shoulders. Use the strength in your back and lift up. Now you may only be able to come up to here. That's your flexibility. That's okay. Over time you'll be able to become further off the ground. But if you're here, that's fine. So, if you're here, look forward, use the strength in your back, and over time, lift up. Now this position is very good to strengthen your back, but it also stretches your abdomen, your lungs, your chest, the front part of your shoulders. So just hold it here for a couple breaths. And when you're ready, lower yourself down and then come into child's pose. Sit up. You're going to want to shake your wrist out. That's it. We went over downward facing dog, plank, upward dog, and cobra pose. Please subscribe to me. This is my first YouTube video ever. I'm really hoping to make more yoga videos. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment box. If you have any suggestions on what I can do to help you or to help me, because I'm a beginner myself, I just really want to help you guys. Yoga is a very big passion of mine. This month, September, is not also for 9/11. It's also National Yoga Month, so I really wanted to post videos to not also help myself, but to help others who want to get into yoga and just don't have the time or the money to go to classes. So please leave comments on anything I can do to help you. Have a beautiful day. Namaste, everybody. Bye.